Hello YouTube, and well, what can I say as I bring a tournament report for the casual Warhammer Underworlds tournament that was held at the 25th of November in the Warhammer store in Antwerp, and with my second tournament in a month's time, maybe I can say I threw myself a bit back into the hobby in all seriousness. Now, remember from my report on the blog of the casual evening I went to play in October that Peter, the organizer, was going to run a tournament? Well, this is the one. It had Saturday free, so I joined in the fun, and considering it was with the Rivals format, that also meant I could just grab my band's basic deck. I wanted to try to go for Elephant Soul Raid, but it's not painted yet, so still working on the basis. So I went and took Morgwaite's Blade Coven, which so far I played once. It was the casual evening a few weeks ago, and well, I doubt they would dodge as well as they did that one night, but we'll see how they did. And at least I would have the most sexiest warband amongst all the monstrosities. So packed and ready with my sponsor cap, basically my Tin Soldier of Antwerp club cap, as I need to make some publicity for the Underworlds tournament that I'm hosting myself next year at the club, the Into the Under Ekron tournament. You can, if you want to join in, you can subscribe through, register through the T3 website. So go to Belgium and then you find it right there. So the tournament itself had 9 players, and we all got some nice promotional material for participating. The alternate art cards for the starting bands of the new Dead Gorge box, as well as the objectives, and some great acrylic wound tokens, especially the tokens that are like top notch out with the cardboard. For my first round I was drawn against Valentin, a nice German bloke who lives in the Netherlands, but he also went 10th no less last week in the Underworlds World Championship in Atlanta. So he brought with his Dummit and Storm Coven, and that meant heavily armored wizardry shenanigans were facing me. Well, I have to be honest, I never stood a chance. Good things first, the very first wound of the game went to me, and after that it quickly went downhill, including a very unimpressive Morgwaite who, 5 attack dice in a row, all ended up as the double support result, so that did zilch. Otherwise I could have at least taken out one in a pretty early, so you don't do it that way, and well, in the end it resulted in a 14-3 loss. So I moved on to the second opponent, Debbie and her Magor's Fiends warband. So great, Khorne warriors, even more aggressive than my psychotic ladies. Needless to say, I deployed as far back as I could and let do the rushing forward to her. So that way I could try and play the reacting game instead. After the first round she was in the lead on glory points, but then the ladies started to crawl their way back into the fight. The highlight being Morgwaite taking out Magore, as she was inspired and making use of her reach, with only her Hellhound remaining at that point and being overwhelmed by my 3 remaining warriors. I had the whole third turn for myself to try and score as many points as possible, and the result was a 15-6 win for the Witch Elves. It was lunch break then, and during the lunch break the best painted warband was selected by the store staff, and it happened to be the Magor's Fiends that I just had faced. So here they are with their deck box that they received as a prize for that. So 1 up, 1 down. My day was already good, and I came across Vincent. We always said we want to play each other, as well we just get along well, and so his Gore chosen of drum lined up to beat my ladies to a pulpy sacrifice for Khorne. So once again I took a waiting stance, making much use of the reach on my models. I must say he rolled miserably, and I have to be honest, I dodged above average, both in the previous game as now. So even with this big guy inspired, my Aranai warrior kept dodging all his attacks, and when she inspired due to another in his band being taken out by Morgwaite, she made short work of the brute, leaving only his leader on the field. So I used the headlong ploy from my band to move Morgwaite in a position without a charge token, and so the leader went down to the combined attacks of both the Aranai and Morgwaite, both using the reach. Well, not the Aranai because she had a combo attack and he had reach anyway, but yeah, well. I wiped another warband out, and I still had 2 activations to try and score more objectives. I managed to get a 15-5 win in the end, and that meant I totaled 33 glory points and 2 wins for this event out of 3 games. Not bad. It did, however, prove to be just a little under the podium and a deck box that you would get for finishing third, as Ast ended in third place with 35 glory points. Now, it was a great day, so I'm not too sad about that. 3 glory points, well, maybe if I had killed something in the first game. Well, I did kill one actually against Valentine, that's true. One I took down, and I scored 1 objective for 2 search objectives, and that was it. But yeah, with 2 wins out of 3 games, I can hold my chin up high, and well, I hope to see a lot of them back at the Acorn event. So one thing we did learn today, Kane is always victorious over Corn, because metal bras are way cooler than brass metal. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.